Sam, a couple of changes. Do you think he's going to change the side much, or is it sort of like for like a little bit?
I think it's like for like at the moment because Lockie came on pretty early in that first half and played most of the second half, so that was a pretty smooth transition. And Rory, well, Rory's played a lot of Super Rugby over the last couple of years, and I've played a lot with him, so that's a pretty easy change for us as well. So I've no doubt that the blokes put in there will do their role this weekend.
Are they different styles of players, Rory and Richie?
No, they're pretty much the same. Identical twins, they're very similar, they're both very aggressive. They both jump the same in the line out, they look the same, and they both have really good skills. So I've played a lot with Rory, and I was playing a lot with Rich as well, so I'm getting used to both of them.
What about the Queensland Red side without Higginbotham, without Luke and Tui? How do you rate them, and how do you go into a game like this against the Reds?
I think they're quite dangerous. Obviously they wouldn't be happy with the result they had last weekend in Melbourne. They would have been working pretty hard at training this week to improve their performance. So oh no, what's going on here? Oh no.
Sorry. Yeah, so the Queensland Reds, obviously, how do you rate them without those two players?
Yeah, they're still dangerous. I mean, they're a young squad and they've got a lot to prove up there, and they're very well coached, and we saw most of those blokes that played in the NRC final for Queensland country. They were very dangerous against us, the Vikings, last year. So most of the blokes that come through, they're playing for the Reds this weekend, so we're not taking them lightly by any means.
And the injury to Rob, obviously really devastating to see a guy on debut go down like that. What do you tell a young guy that's gone through that and facing an extended period on the sidelines?
Yeah, Robbie was pretty upset last week after the game. He worked so hard to get there and got injured pretty early in the match, so it was pretty disappointing for him. But we just said to him, look mate, you're 19, you've got a lot of rugby ahead of you, don't get too upset, you'll come back bigger and better when you get back.
Yeah, the Sunwolves obviously gave you a really stern test. Do you think that will hold you in good stead for the rest of the season? Yeah,
I think so. I think it was a good first hit out. The result went our way, we got the good win, we played really well in that second half, so they were a tough opposition. They're going to be no easy beats this year, that's for sure. And I've no doubt the Reds are going to be the same this weekend. It's going to be a tough challenge for us.
That certainly was the talk all pre-season, that the Australian Conference had kind of won a bit with an easy beat Sunwolves team in there. That certainly doesn't seem to be the case.
No, not at all. It was tough up there in Tokyo last week. I mean, they were shifting the ball well and they were moving very quickly, especially in their line speed and defence. So it was a good first hit out for us, and I think a lot of the boys were quite sore coming out of that match, but we recovered well, and we're ready to go for this Friday night again.
Just on this ticket deal, do you get out to watch the Raiders much?
Yeah, I've watched a few games actually. I like the afternoon games on the Sundays and stuff. It's pretty good just to come out here and watch some good footy, and I think it's a great initiative to have that for the first couple of rounds this year.